betrayed, but our eyes. I never imagined coming home early from work would upend my life in such a catastrophic way. There they were, tangled in our sheets, my twin sister and my husband, wrapped in a betrayal so deep I could barely breathe. The shock of their bodies together was a knife to my heart, but it was the crumpled papers on the nightstand that twisted the blade. As I gathered the scattered documents, the truth unfolded. They had a plan, a carefully orchestrated scheme to siphon my inheritance right from under me, laughing behind my back while I unknowingly funded their deceit. The confrontation was explosive. My husband's face drained of color when I thrust the papers in his face, while my sister feigned an innocence that was as transparent as glass. They had underestimated me, thinking I was too naive, too trusting to see through their charade. My heart was shattered, but my resolve was unyielding. I demanded answers, the fury of betrayal fueling my every word. They stammered, scrambling for excuses, but there was no redemption in their lies. The truth had laid bare the rot in our relationships, and I was standing on the precipice of a decision that would alter our lives forever. In the days that followed, I uncovered even more layers to their deceit. They'd been meeting in secret, using my own resources to plot their betrayal. The whispers, the late-night phone calls I'd dismissed as work-related, all pieces of a puzzle I had been too blind to see. But amid the chaos, a revelation struck me harder than their treachery. I had always lived in the shadow of my sister's ambition, dimming my own light to let hers shine. Their betrayal was not just a theft of wealth, but a wake-up call to reclaim my life and my strength. In the end, I took control, wielding the evidence of their conspiracy like a sword. The inheritance they coveted became my tool for freedom, severing the toxic ties and rebuilding my life on my terms. The twist of fate was not just in their betrayal, but in the liberation it granted me. I was no longer a pawn in their game, but the architect of my destiny, carving a path free from the shadows of deceit and betrayal. Their plot, meant to break me, instead forged an unbreakable resolve, and I emerged from the ashes of their treachery with a heart stronger and wiser than ever before.